All right, today we're going to be learning about equations, but more specifically, how to write equations. We're going to be writing equations that happen to contain one variable, okay? So before we get there, we need to understand what an equation actually is. So by definition, an equation is a mathematical sentence that uses an equal sign, okay? You got to have that equal sign to show that two expressions are equal. And so the way I envision this is almost like a teeter-totter. And whatever on the left side, we're calling this as an expression, has to be equal with what's on the right side, because that's another expression. So you've got some values, possibly some variables, right? So some examples of some simple equations are boxed here in orange, that 4 plus 8 is equal to 12, or it could be a variable like the x in this case. X plus 8 equals 12. Those are called equations because the left side has an expression and the right side has an expression. In order to write an equation, you have to be looking for key words. Okay, you have to understand these words, or these little hidden codes or phrases, such as the word is, or the same as, or equals to. All of those mean use the equal sign. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with the first one, which is a pretty simple, basic one. It says, write the word sentence as an equation. They're not asking us to solve anything. They're not asking us to figure out any math. It's just turn what I say out loud as 9 less than a number b equals 2 into an equation. So less than, hopefully we know that in this case, 9 less than a number indicates subtraction. But you have to keep in mind, this is kind of a tricky one, because when you say 9 less than a number, 9 less than a number doesn't actually mean 9 minus b. That's what a lot of people want to put. The correct answer here is when you see 9 less than a number b, you actually throw the subtraction sign at the end of the expression in this case. So 9 less than a number b is b minus 9. And then the only part that's left is equals 2. Well, clearly the equals means the equal sign, and then you have 2. So believe it or not, that is the answer that goes in the box. An equation for 9 less than a number b equals 2 is simply put b minus 9 equals 2. That's it. On into the next one. The only reason this one might look a little bit more challenging is because I've thrown some fractions at you, but it's the same process. We have to find words that indicate certain symbols or operations. So I see 2.5 is the same as. Well, is the same as means equals. So I have to start off by saying 2.5 is the same as, otherwise known as equals. Ooh, there's another word, the word sum. Well, hopefully by now we know that the word sum stands for the answer to an addition problem. So when it reads 2.5 is the same as the sum of a number w and 1/2, that is simply put 2.5 equals w plus 1/2. And believe it or not, that is the answer that goes inside that box. 2.5 equals w plus 1/2. On into the last one, we've got a word problem here that reads 10 servers. I'm going to go ahead and highlight that. 10 servers each, I'm going to highlight that word as well, decorate one table for a wedding. Each table is decorated as shown. Let C be the total number of yellow and purple candles. Let C be the total number of yellow and purple candles. Which equation can you use to find C? Well, in this case, we're going to write one. In order to write this equation, we've got to break apart the words that we see. So I know we've got 10. There's 10 servers, and each is normally code for multiplication. Typically, it means multiplication. Each table is decorated as shown. Let C be the total number of yellow and purple candles. So we know we have to multiply 10 with, I believe, the purple and yellow candles, and I count 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow candles and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 purple candles. So this is your equation. Actually, it's almost the equation. We are forgetting one thing. Keep in mind, what do all equations have? They have equal signs. So this has to equal C. And how do I know it has to equal C? It tells me let C be the total number, right? So C has to be what all this would be combined. 10 servers each decorate one table for a wedding. Each table is decorated as shown. So there it is. It is 10 parentheses 4 plus 6 end of parentheses. And if you're wondering where is the multiplication, keep in mind any number or any value that is squished next to the parentheses means multiplication. So really, this is 10 multiplied by the sum of 4 plus 6. Hope that was helpful.